brush pen is called the ZIG Brushables. So this is manufactured by Kuretake, and ZIG is the name of the line of brushables. So these are really great pens. We've discovered them a little bit ago and we really like them. I can't wait to show you all of the colors that they have. But first let's go through all of these characteristics. So these brush pens, they do have a felt tip, so they're not bristle brushes. You can see that the shape of the tip is pretty triangular. It's not very rounded, and it's a good size. These are large tip brush pens, so not quite extra large, but they're pretty big. And they are fairly flexible. I'm not gonna put them all the way down at soft because I would call them somewhere between medium flexible and very flexible. So let's put them there, but the tip does stay springy enough that it kind of springs back when you're doing your thin strokes. I'll show you that in a minute. Now, one thing that I love about these is that they're pigmented. So you can see right here, they're waterproof, fade-proof, non-bleeding, archival quality, light fast. So these are awesome if you're trying to do some work that's more permanent, because if you're using a water-based pen, then it will fade over time. The ink will fade on the paper. So these pens, as you may see, they actually have two sides to them. So there's this main color. For this one it's black, and then on the other side it has another brush tip, which is amazing because most dual tip brush pens, the other side is just a bullet tip, not a brush tip. So this side is always going to be 50% of the color of this side, so it'll be like a lighter version of it. So this is the gray. So they have 24 colors. Here's an example of blue. Let me show you what this pack looks like. So these are all of the colors that they have. Again, there's the darker side and the lighter side. And there are 24 pens, which means since each of them have 2 brushes, we have 48 colors, which is awesome. Okay, so these, again, because they're pigmented, they're really good for permanent work. They're a little bit trickier to blend because they're not water-based, but they won't fade over time. So let me show you some of the colors. All right, one thing I love about these colors is just how pigmented they are. You can see that the color is so rich. In this blue color here. And look at that contrast that we're able to get between the thick strokes and the thin strokes. Okay, so then the other side is the same exact brush tip. It's just in the lighter color. Like this. So I love these colors for that purpose because you get the dark and the light version. Also, just their color selection is really nice. The pink is a really bright, bold pink. It's not too neon or bubblegummy. And then the other side is just the lighter version of that, of course. So lots of shades of purples and blues, as you can see, which are some of my favorite colors, so I'm particularly biased, but they also have classic yellow, red, orange, lots of shades of green as well. So that was the ZIG Brushables. Again, awesome pen, have both of the brush tips on either side. One thing you need to know about these is to make sure you store them horizontally because they do have brush tips on both sides. If you were to store it upwards, then all of the ink from the darker side would make the lighter side just as dark. So make sure you store these horizontally. But besides that, they're just amazing pens.